educational objectives are specific statements of student performance at the end of an instructional unit.
Okay, so educational objectives, these are clear goals that the student should learn or should be able to do at the end of the lesson. Kung ito ka na expected siya, makali siya, makatunan sa mga students at the end of the lesson. So it serves as a guide for the teachers and also a guide and also to measure the learning. If gani ba mga objective, ina-attain niya siya sa mga bata. So it is sometimes referred to as behavioral objectives and are typically stated with the use of verbs. Bloom's taxonomy consists of 3 domains. What are those 3 domains, Rochelle?
The affective, psychomotor, and cognitive.
Okay, very good. So we have first the cognitive, and we all know that in cognitive, it is all about the knowledge or the intellectual abilities of the students. It's all about ilang pangutok, and it is divided into 6 levels. Yes, Jelly, what are those?
In Bloom's taxonomy, we have the 6 levels. In pyramid form, we have the memory. Dito masunod ang sa lots, lower order thinking skills, remembering, understanding, and applying. And then the higher order thinking skills, dito na masunod si analyzing, evaluating, and creating.
Okay, very good. So those are in cognitive domain. In affective domain, these are all about the feelings, the values, and also the attitudes of the students. Kaya in measuring the learning, we are not just looking into the cognitive or the intellectual domain or category, we are also looking into the attitudes of the students. Teaching them how to give importance or significance to the lesson they have learned. And lastly is we have the psychomotor. And this psychomotor is all about the motor skills and how the students be able to do, to perform, and to create a product out of what they have learned, like to apply what they have learned. And those are the 3 domains of this Bloom's taxonomy. So do you have any questions with regards with my part? Okay, now so I will be the one to ask. Okay, Domon. Kindly stand. Okay, come here in front. Pop balloon number 3. Okay. So here's your question in relate to my topic. Okay, balik. Okay, I will read it for you. As a teacher, how would you use Bloom's taxonomy to set lesson objectives? As a teacher, how would you use Bloom's taxonomy to set lesson objectives?
Wow. Kamera na po.
Okay, let's get one of Okay, so before we know what our topic, let's give the floor to the second reporter. Focuses on how learners know about the attitudes, values, and emotions. This domain has 5 levels, which are the receiving, responding, valuing, organization, and internal
values characterization by a value or value complex. So first is receiving. Can you please read, Ms. Shine, the description of the first example.
Awareness or positive possession of an original or cellular active attention and response to a particular ask, chooses, knows, identifies, and considers example of objective, lesson, attentively, the instruction of the teacher.
Okay, receiving is the first and most fundamental level in the affective domain of Bloom's taxonomy. At this stage, the learner is simply aware of the stimulus and willing to pay attention to it. But in this level, the participation is not included, which are the answering questions. You are just going to listen. Then the sample is lesson attentively to instruction of the teacher. Then second, responding. Can you please read Alnor?
Active attention and response to a particular phenomenon or stimulus is okay. Answer implies participates sample. Participates actively in a focus group discussion.
At this stage, they show interest, participate, and react in a meaningful way. For example, a student who participates actively in a group discussion is demonstrating this level. They do not just listen, but also shares ideas, answer questions, and engage with each other. This level shows the learner's willingness to the lesson. Then the third one is valuing. Can you please read Guaya?
Attaching value or worth to a phenomenon or object. In such a word, complete, demonstrate, explain, justify, form, demonstrate to give the value of the election process.
Thank you. This level attaching personal value to an idea or behavior. For example, a student who demonstrates belief of the value of elections may advocate for voters' participation, discuss its importance, or encourage others to vote. They are not just aware of election, but see them as meaningful and worth supporting. This level shows that learners are beginning to integrate values into their attitudes and decision making. So, is there any questions regarding my values?
None, ma'am.
So this time I'll ask questions. Okay. Juna May Magiging Mula. Come here. And keep up the balloon number 7. Your question is, why is the receiving level important? The first level. Again, why is the receiving level important?
Oh, why?
Receiving level is important para makapagpapot siya o kanyang awareness sa mga students.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Magdaleno.
Yeah, we got
So,
it.
the second, next reporter will be Joker.
The one who will continue the organization and realizing values of the organization by affecting the value complex. Now, let's have organization. Mr. Humphrey, please read. Organization.
Organization, internalizing values, characterization by value or value complex. influences, code, or verifies.
Alright, thank you, Mr. Humphrey. So, at this stage, involves structuring, prioritizing values by comparing, relating, and synthesizing them into a coherent system. The learner not only understands and accepts values, but also begins to organize them into a hierarchy. So, when we say hierarchy, it is organizing from the lowest level to highest. So next, we have the internalizing values characterization or the name value complex. So Mr. Lasharda, please read value complex.
So, internalizing values, characterization by a value or value complex.
Claro.
Having a personal value system that is now a characteristic of the learner. Acts, displays, influences, solves, and verifies. Display commitment to helping economically disadvantages students.
Alright, thank you, Mr. Lasharda. So at this level, values are fully internalized and become an integral part of the learner's identity. So, kani siya kadadili, kani siya, or value complex ay as a student, na-apply na nila ang kuhaan ganin. I-apply na nila into a real world. Mag-act na sila or mag-demonstrate na sila. So, the individual consistently acts in alignment with their values, making decisions and influencing other based on a deep-seated belief system. So, again, sa organization, the students will organize or managers na nila, manipulate or organize synthesizes. So, ma-organize na nila into a hierarchy left from lowest to highest. So, ang kaning value complex kay kanang na-apply na nila, na-integrate na nila sa ilang kaugalingon. So, is there any question regarding to my topic?
Yes, sir.
So, since wala may question, I will be the one who will ask. Okay, Mr. Christian. You will pop balloon number 1. Your question is, how does organizing values help learners develop a consistent belief system? How does organizing values, organization or organizing values, organize nila ang values, makatabang sa learners to develop a consistent belief system? For me, makatabang ang mag-organize sa mga values nga i-serve sa teacher para ang mag-learn sa student is continue sequence sa dili sa mga pagbuo para ilang mag-learn kay solid pa rin. Nadya yung foundation nga. Alright, thank you, Mr. Christian. So, I will give the floor to the next reporter.
Taxonomy of integration objectives
the development of physical skills, coordination, movements, and other abilities. And this involves learning how to control body movement efficiently through practice and experience. So now let's start with the perception. So perception, the ability to use sensory cues to guide motor activity. So perception, ability to use sensory cues. We have 5 senses. So the sight, hearing, touch, smell, and taste. So senses para magagamit siya to guide movement. And at this stage, involved siya recognizing and interpreting sensory information before performing a skill. And this stage, perception is considered as the first level of skill development because it helps individuals become aware and detect necessary details that influences their actions. And receptive verbs, adjust, describes, detects, identifies, selects, and selects. So this level is involved the use of one or more of the 5 senses para to observe and gather relevant information. So for the sample objectives, detects non-verbal cues from the participants. So this means a person can recognize, interpret, body language, facial expressions, and also other non-verbal signals to understand communication better. So next, set. The mental, physical, and emotional sets that predispose a person. So this level is refers readiness of a person before performing a skill, and this stage involves siya mental, physical, emotional preparation before taking action, and it nag-ensure sa individual na dapat properly position siya before mo perform a task, both physical and mentally para ma-execute niya ang movement or skill successfully. Illustrative verbs begins, displays, knows, recognizes, and shows, and displays. This stage case involved na siya preparation both mind and body para before performing a skill. The sample objectives perform shows motivation to learn a new skill. So this means a person can be enthusiastic and so this means an individual is enthusiastic and willing to put in effort to acquire a new psychomotor ability. And next is the guided response. Demonstration of complex skills through guided practice. So siya guided response, muna siya level refers involves practicing under supervision. So ang individual is mag-perform siya. So individual attempt to perform a task but still nag-require siya guidance, feedback, and correction. So ang person is mag-execute sila or this is where they begin to execute movements often through imitation, communication, trial and error, and also step-by-step instruction. And some objectives perform mathematical operation. So this means a student is actively engaging and performing a task, but still nag-rely sila sa approach, a structured approach or guidance, sa guided response. So that's all for my part.
Question.
Wala.
Question.
Yeah.
10. Question. Humphrey. Tan tanan. Tananan tanan.
Difference.
Kaya.
Okay.
Kaya. Ten. Sa tunga mo. Guys. 1, 2, at the center. Sa tunga mo guys.
Question is, what is the similarities and differences in inheritance and context of our discussion? So, gilayin mo lang natin.
Mas tumangan pre. Definition pre of learn responses.
What is the difference and similarities in intelligence and complex over response?
And
The next reason.
Birdie Zen. Bato nga tol.
So next on level, guide annotation. Listening.
Adaptation. Psychomotor skills are well developed and the person can modify movement patterns to fit special requirements. Then adapts, alters, modifies, then modifies the dance steps to suit one's ability.
So sa adaptations, mag-refer po siya sa ability to modify movement patterns to meet specific needs. For example, include like dance steps, you to suit groupmates' abilities to alter or alter the way task is performed to improve accuracy and speed. The next level of organization, creating new movement patterns to fit particular situations. Arrange clothes, combine various designs and debates new steps. So, in organization, in like one. The last level, like work on Sario, as build more organization as a group or participants of classes. That's all.
Question.
Discipline, discipline.
Kahilo. Ay, kagi.
Explain the difference between complex cognitive mind and adaptation in terms of psychomotor skills.
Toot, 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 toot.
So next, let's have a learning target. So, Miss Nicole, could you please read a definition topic letter statements? Kapag sa statement. Una na a learning targets ay one student should learn and demonstrate his work that goals and must be applied with standards. Targets should be clear, student-friendly, and often use I-can statements. Thank you. So accordingly, a learning target is a clear statement on what we should learn or what students should learn and demonstrate. So, unlike sa group goal, mas naka-align siya and very specific one. So, kasagaran igamit ang I-can para masasayo na siya sa those students. So, pananitan sa math, I can solve the problem or look at the side, I can explain the water cycle or say English, is I can identify the main ideas of the text. Learning target regarding instruction as
Kurt na lang.
Alright, so the lucky one is Miss Kenshiro.
Klaro, kasi kayo sa video.
First round, yun nga.
Ay, buto.
So the question is, what is the purpose of a learning target? Thank you. So now let's move on to the type of learning. So the first one is knowledge target. The first, the factual, conceptual, and physical information that students must learn the subject or course material. So this, when we say factual, is the base on facts or relating to facts. And when we say conceptual, it is the you know how to explain the concept ideas, and the procedural, you know how to perform well or to execute a series of steps. So it relates the information on concepts of, and the students can, once students understands it, it encompasses the mastery of knowledge, and information is usually which is usually accomplished through remembering. So example idea is you are able to recognize and describe the human behavior patterns, or another example is I can discuss the research design that I use for my research. That are the examples of the knowledge target. The second one is the reasoning target. Knowledge-based thought process that students master. It involves the application of knowledge in problem solving, decision making, and tasks that are related or that requires mental skills. So these reasoning targets, students reason and solve problems using what they know. So it learning reasoning targets, it involves problem solving, critical thinking, synthesis, comparison, higher order thinking skills, and also the judgment oriented. So example niya is examines data results and makes recommendation for corporate administration.
Question. Oh yeah. Wala.
Allure.
Kayaw-yaw eh.
Number 5.
Ay, buto. Here at the name.
So the question is, how do knowledge target differ from engineering target in terms of student learning outcomes? So as far as I understand, knowledge target is refers to factual, conceptual, and procedural information. Meanwhile, the reasoning the reasoning targets focuses on knowledge base through process that student must learn.
So my part is all about the types of learning targets, which is the skill targets. So I'm ready to do what is start.
Use of knowledge and reasoning to perform or demonstrate physical skills.
So these are skill targets.
assignment discussed, for example, naman sa dance class. So, after sa inyong session, so ang learners dapat nang able sa mag-report or mag-illustrate kung sa anong nasa inyong klase. So, next is the Blanca. Next is the Blanca targets. So, use of targets, reasoning, and skills in creating complete or tangible products. So, when it comes to product targets, so expected after sa inyong but is number products ng kita or provide. So, ang best example natin is research paper. So, we are required to work with research paper. So, papers to mga product budgets research paper. So, the last is the effective targets. So, and read everyone. Effective targets or refers to attitudes of the learners. So, if we are the learners, nakita yung mga lahat na attitudes. Like, for example, wag na kami sa kaya hindi sila kita mo or kaya hindi sila effective with character teaching. So, as a learner sa normal na mag-judge tayo sa tao, like, judge sa positive feedback ba or so, effective targets is a best example is ang student is na-appreciate niya yung advisor sa research papers. That's end for my part and questions. Questions to
JM ang hag. Kana. Naminaw na.
provide an example of a skill target in laboratories. Provide a skill target in laboratories.
Research.
Second skill. Yes.
2.
Yes, sir. 2. Okay, so 1 here, 2 dito. In 5 seconds, move. 5,
4,
4,
3, 2,
1.
1.
Okay, so this team will present the performance-oriented, and that team will present the product-oriented assessment. So you will show how this works. Okay? So here is the criteria. We have 10 points. Content, 10 points. Creativity, 10 points. And cooperation, 10 points for a total of 30 points. Okay, so we'll give you 3 minutes or 5 minutes to brainstorm and 5 minutes to present. And your timer starts now.
Form of circle, guys. RG. Regional meet. Pwede. Pero sumpay-sumpay lang to. Putol-putol lang uban. Pero picture nih, kini wet. Ma'am, wala si dumaluan, ma'am. Kaya mau ka-video, ma'am. Collaboration. Ga-vlog naman din eh. Nine, 59 seconds left. The reporter. Ay, putol-putol rice sumpay. Cameraman si Dumaluan, ma'am. Mau hindi makita sa video. Time's up daw.
Okay, time's up. So let's have the first one to perform the performance-oriented assessment. Okay, good morning, class. Good morning, sir. How's your day? Okay, are there any absent today, class? Okay, so next meeting, we're going to perform an aerobic dance. Was it clear, class? Yes. Okay, but before that, we're going to perform first a warm-up and
Yes, ma'am.
That's clear, class? Yes. Okay, this is.
Next meeting.
Class? Good morning, sir. Are you ready to perform the dance, class? Yes, sir. Okay, we start now. Okay, so based on your performance, I've noticed that execution is well performed. So I'll give you a 99/100. Okay, class, so you may now dismiss. Okay, so thank you, first team, second team, for the product-oriented assessment. Okay, good morning, class. Good morning, ma'am. Our reminder is now
Meanwhile.
After 1 hour.
Tuturutot.
Last pa next week, yes, ma'am. So, 20 past na kayo, makaulit na. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, nilay score na po ka. Lord, nice take of output.
Output.
By class,